Hi everyone. As we start a new trimester, I wanted to share with you a few important things to think about moving ahead. On Tuesday, it's December 1st, and December 1st is the first day of trimester 2. And so over the next couple of months, whether you're working from home or whether you're at school, we are going to be giving you more and more opportunities to be creative with your thinking, to explore some new ideas and some new concepts, and to do some deeper problem solving. I am standing in my happy place. Let me show you a little bit of it. This is a place where I sit and I am creative. And I do that any opportunity I can find, which unfortunately is rare these days. One of the things that we have in common is that we have to spend most of our days doing things that relate to school. And I don't have very much time to come up here, but when I do, a snow day, for example, is a great time to be creative. On a typical snow day, I will go down and have breakfast after I get up, and then I'll come in here and I'll sit at that chair and I will start tinkering away at new ideas and writing down some lyrics and chord changes and things like that. And then maybe start with a drum track. That's the most important part of the room back there, is where the drums are. On that table there is where I would normally have a laptop. And I start recording some ideas, putting some of these ideas down and layering them on top of each other. And by the end of the day, I have a rough draft of a song, the skeletal system of what will become a finished product someday. And it's a really triumphant feeling to create something at the end of the day. And then what happens is I don't get a chance to do it again for a while. Maybe it won't be till the next snow day we have, and then maybe that'll be like 3 weeks later, or maybe it's another vacation day or a weekend day. But I'll come back and I'll listen to what I recorded and I'll hear all kinds of things about it that I hate. And that immediately starts my mind spinning, and I start thinking about all the things that I want to change. Maybe the vocal track that I recorded was flat, and there's nothing worse than hearing your own voice sing badly, right? So I will start thinking about what I want to do differently with the vocals or with my lyrics. You know, maybe some of the lyrics that I wrote down and recorded just don't quite sound right. And so I can start rewriting some of the lyrics, or maybe, heaven forbid, the drum track, the tempo fluctuated. And as a drummer, you never want to hear your tempo fluctuate. So I start getting ideas about things that I want to change about my project. And that's when our brains really start working and growing, right? We get these new ideas, and that's all part of the creative process, a really important part of the creative process. And I love that process. It's also related to writing. So if you're a writer and you have to write an essay, which I know that many of you have to do from time to time, as you're writing a rough draft and you set it aside for a while and then have another look at it, you might discover, gee, that sentence that I wrote, that just doesn't sound right. In fact, I don't even need it there. I'm going to take that sentence right out of my paragraph, and now it sounds much more succinct. It sounds so much better. And I notice that there's an extra comma there that I don't need, and I spelled something wrong. And you make something better. Your brain grows from learning from those mistakes. So it's a really important process to be comfortable with. Same thing with problem solving, right? And we're going to do a lot of that over the next couple of months. You might encounter something and you just get stuck. You hit a wall. I don't know what to do next. It's important to be comfortable to take that step and say, I'm going to try something. I'm not sure if this is right, but I'm going to try something, and maybe it will bring me toward a solution. And then at some point, maybe it's the person next to you, maybe it's a video that you saw online, maybe it's something from our textbook, maybe it's something that I said, you will realize what the mistake was. And yes, I made a mistake. That was not the right thing to do, but now I think I know what I should do, and I'm going to try that and see if it works. And it's a triumphant feeling when you get to the solution. You've solved the problem with your own creativity, with your own effort, and a little collaboration from others. So I want to encourage you to not be afraid to make those important mistakes. Every time you make one of those mistakes, you have a new neural pathway in your brain, and that's a good thing. That makes you smarter, it makes you more confident. So let's be thinking about that. Also, this whole process helps us to discover things that we're passionate about and really enjoy. So I hope that you all have things someday that can bring you as much joy as the creative process does for me when I come into my happy place up here in this room. All right, have a great trimester 2, and I'll see you this week. Bye.